This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. I'm delighted to be joined here at the Beterbiev-Yarde presser. Mr. Francis Warren, bit cold, bit chilly, got the old scarf and...
Can't warm up, mate. You know, it's that ice cold water. Someone needs to put some change in the heating meter.
How's things, mate? Good little opportunity to sort of rest and regroup ahead of the new year over Christmas. And...
Sort of. You know, just had a nice chilled Christmas. Obviously, it's all systems go with Moses and his birthday on the 29th of December, and since then it's all been very, very busy. You know, good prep for this show. See with Carol fighting as well. And the other two lads on the show I managed, Sean Oakes and Charles Frankham, but obviously it's the big one, it's Yarde Beterbiev, and it's going to be a great night.
Let me ask you about Moses. We're hearing so much week in, week out. Dev obviously will be a little part of that, saying, you know, he'll beat Mike Tyson's record, but he is a serious prospect. I've heard the plan for this year is to keep him as active as possible. Talks of even 7 or 8 fights, something like that this year. I suppose I was watching last night and just looking through his box rec and looking at some of his amateur fights. This guy's a beast.
He's a big guy. I think at 15 he was 102 kilos and 6'2". He's now, I think he's up at 115 kilos and he's got taller. So he's an absolute beast. You know, what he's done in the amateurs last year, the European youth and the world youth, gold medals. I think every competition he's entered, he's got a gold in.
That's what I say. I went through it and it was just quarter-final, semi-final. I think there was one tournament where it was just like first round retirements of the whole...
Yeah, the European youth. I think if you tot up the minutes, it doesn't make up one fight in that tournament. So he did a whole tournament and didn't even exert himself to the length of one fight. But listen, it's the pro games now. Dan Willich has done a terrific job with him and with Carol so far. And you know, obviously he's got that ambition, and he's got the dream of beating Mike Tyson's 30-year-old record. And what a dream and ambition to have. Obviously, it's down to us and to make sure the right fights are chosen at the right times. It's a 4-rounder, so we're at 4 rounders here, and we've got 2 years and 4 months to get into a world title level. So, although it's a dream, and I think he can realise it. We've got to obviously be careful and make sure that the right decisions are made on his behalf, in consultation with his trainer and him himself.
Francis, let me ask you about the main event, Artur Beterbiev against Anthony Yarde. Beterbiev comes in as a big favourite, a pound-for-pound great, but what a feat it would be for a British fighter, and just everyone's saying just how nice it would be for Anthony to do it. He is here to upset. He's a big puncher, he's ferocious, he can throw in a lot of volume. We've seen that Beterbiev can be put down. Do you believe that this is the right time for Anthony Yarde?
Well, if he's going to do it, he's got to do it this weekend. So I think maybe the stars have aligned for Anthony. He's got home advantage. He's got that experience of a world title fight, falling just short before against Kovalev. You know, it's been a great journey for Anthony, and what a fantastic way for him to win a world title in his hometown. Beterbiev, you know, he's not got age on his side, but he's been flawless so far, 18 out of 18, so he is a monster, and he's a serious force to be reckoned with. But I think in the light heavyweight division, if anyone's going to do it, it'll be Anthony Yarde. He's got to be 120%. I think anything less than, he's got to have the night of his life. Let's all be honest. Even if Beterbiev is slightly off par, Anthony still can't afford to be anything but 120%. But he's got, compared to, you know, if you're going to compare the two, he's got youth on his side. He has got the experience also, as I said, of a world title fight, and he's got championship rounds under his belt. So I don't think you can ever write off Anthony Yarde, and at this level, and especially in this hot light heavyweight division, you're not going to write anybody off at all. You know, you look at Bivol and Canelo. You know, things happen, and you know, you know, you got to make sure you tune in on Saturday, because I just got this feeling that we're going to see something really special from Anthony.
Absolutely. Francis, just moving on, I suppose the world of boxing as a whole, I don't know how much anyone knows at the minute, and I know that not everything's over the line and everything's still been working out, but on the Fury-Usyk front, we're hearing more and more. Wembley Stadium's now creeping in.
Billman's over there. You grab him in a minute.
Yeah. Is there anything you're able to...
To be honest, the old man's the one to talk to for that. Yeah.
And then just finally, I might get the same answer. I don't know. I saw you with him out in Dubai. Tommy Fury talks about the Jake Paul fight. Is there anything you'll be able to tell us? I know Jake put out a post on social media. Nothing?
Nope. Nope.
Fair enough. Take what I can. Francis, always a pleasure, mate. We look forward to a good night of action on Saturday.
Let's talk a bit more on Saturday.
We will. Top man, Francis.